5 ja 6 ovat normaaleja päivävauvoja. Ja kohta aloitellaan tästä lipun tarkastusta kollegan kanssa ja otan tähän lappuun ja mahdolliset aloitteet.
Emma, what doing? Emma. Today I am actually building a window from scratch. Well, almost. I'm using like an old window frame and I have like used the wood from that to make a new one. It's been a while since I have made a window all the way from scratch. It's a small window. It's gonna be fine. considering all my tools are kind of crappy and like yeah, I don't really have the best environment to be doing any kind of woodwork. It's going to be just fine. So here is the window, almost done. I have already cut the glass for it and it seems to be fitting very well. So now I just have to build the frame where the window goes before putting on the glass and everything, just because it's easier to fit the window into the frame when there's no glass in it. There's the pot that my mom planted with the snapdragons, and then there's some kind of a sage, like a white sage, and that's like my absolute favorite one that we have right now. There's something about the, like, it's very green. It's even in a green pot, but it looks so nice. I think it's really pretty. We had really heavy rainfall like last night and a little bit of thunder as well, and it was supposed to be quite quite cloudy today as well, but now for the past hour it has been very sunshiny and it's super hot. It's so hot. I don't know why I'm wearing a wool shirt, probably because inside it's still pretty cold. So but I came here into the garden to do some of the tulips. This is one from last year. I think it's called Merlot. It's gorgeous. Then these are, I think these were Barcelona. I don't remember this one, but it's the same as that one. And then here, this is my favorite of the year. Just look at that. It's so vibrant in color. And I also like how the petals are a bit spiky. These are kind of basic, but they're nice. Tulip pretending to be a poppy. These are pretty nice. It's like very traditional mix. And this is something I noticed. This has happened now. Like that. Who is that? Who did that? Also, I have been baking some of my plants because I always forget the hood on and then it's like plus 50 in there. I'm surprised any of these are alive anymore. These are dead probably, they haven't germinated. But surprisingly I think this is hollyhocks in English. Those are looking good, so maybe they like boiling temperatures. I had some pumpkin seeds here, but they haven't started. The Hokkaido pumpkins did germinate already, and I have already planted them, so I don't know what's going on with the jättepumppa. That's the Swedish name for it. But it's kind of some kind of a giant pumpkin. Nothing. I have been like rummaging through the soil with my finger, and I have found the seeds. They haven't rotted or anything, but they're looking plump, but there's like no sign that they are starting. Then there are a few tomatoes. They're still quite small, but they're looking rather healthy. They're very green, like considering to that one that is a bit lengthier. They're all the same tomato, so. And over here we have 2 beans sprouted, some nasturtiums. Nasturtiums? Yes. I need to put those somewhere nice. And also I killed my kumquat tree last winter. It was so heavy that I wasn't able to, well, I was too lazy to lift it all the way indoors. So it was basically like in the house entrance. That is, it will go cold if it's very like minus temperatures, so Yeah, I think the worst day was around -25 outside, so the entrance would have been maybe -15, so not ideal for a citrus fruit, I guess. Emma ei tykkäs. My mom and I have been building these vegetable beds at my granddad's house, and we're almost finished. This one is going to be for like herbs that don't need a lot of water, so rosemary, and we're going to also put some lavender here because we need to move it from the garden. This one I think is going to be for other herbs that need more water and nutrients. And here is going to be our pumpkin patch. I don't know if it's going to be large enough. I have zucchinis, at least 2 zucchinis, and then I have some Hokkaido pumpkins, the Japanese ones. So I don't really know how well they're going to be doing. I hope that's enough space for all of them. And then we have one more box that we're going to be using for probably carrots and something like that. So hopefully we will get some fresh produce from our own garden. A little bit of gloomier day today, as you can see. So today we're making a gloomy day carrot cake, one of my specialities. Except today I'm going to add some walnuts, and also for the spices I'm going to use some nutmeg. I usually don't use it because I usually don't have it. Also, this is going to be completely gluten-free and vegan. So for the flour I'm going to be using almond flour and potato flour or starch. I'm not sure which this would be in English. I'd say it's more of a starch, but in Finnish it says flour. And then I have dark sugar and my spices. Also have to melt some butter, well, margarine, for the batter because I don't have enough oil. I should have almost 2 deciliters of this. You guys started to a bit flop over, but so first I have, well, this is 3 deciliters of the brown sugar. The recipe that I'm using and changing it says it's 3.5 deciliters, but I think 3 is enough because it's very sweet. I'm also gonna put all the rest of this. This is probably like 2 tablespoons or just 1 tablespoon. Great thing about this recipe is that you can just mix everything together. So first I'm going to mix the sugar and the oil and butter with I'm using soy milk today. Then I'm gonna add the carrots and the spices. Well, not the spices. The spices I'm going to mix with the flour, and then I'm going to dump the flour with everything. Very easy. The most difficult part of this recipe is actually grating the carrots. So next I'm going to need 1.5 deciliters of milk. I'm gonna put it with the sugar. Let's go see our butter. Oh, it's kind of fastly melting here. The recipe says 5.5 deciliters of plain flour or cake flour and a half a deciliter of potato starch. But since we are using almond flour and we're making this gluten-free, I'm going to change the measurements a bit. I'm still going to use about 6 deciliters of flour, but I'm going to be using more potato starch / flour. This bag was about 4 deciliters of almond flour. And then I'm just going to add the 2 deciliters of potato flour. That's good. And then I'm just going to add all the spices that I want. So I'm going to be using some ground cloves. I think it's cloves, yes. It's very spicy. Just a little, because this is very strong spice. So I'm going to 1/4 of a tablespoon. Then I'm going to add more, almost 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. You have to have a lot of cinnamon. Some of the nutmeg. I think this is gonna work well, but only a pinch. Just making sure that the sugar and liquids are liquefied. Gonna add the carrots. Don't worry about those not melted butter lumps. They will. I even remembered to put the oven on. This is going to be very liquid feeling because we are not using a regular flour, so we need to adjust accordingly. It really depends how much flour you're going to need on the quality of the almond flour. How much does it absorb? This one doesn't seem very absorbent, but I'm going to let it sit for a while before putting it in a pan. Did you came to bake also? Yes. No more baking.